Well, good afternoon my YouTube friends, it's Margaret here and we're back home in Crewe, and the washing's done and partly all the ironing's done, and of course that's courtesy of Keith, because he's one of those that as soon as he comes through the front door he sets to, whereas I come through the front door and the first thing I do is go and check on the orchids. Now today you can see it's 15.5 C outside, and I think it looks as though last night we could have a low of 10 C. Tomorrow night we're going to be 7 C. So real autumnal it is. And let's have a look at this. This is the Dendrobium Gatland Sunray, and you know, I was so excited. I think that, like Michael from Florida, Michael McCarthy, as Michael is always right, I think that's a cakey, but never mind. So how did everything fare? You'll see everything's shrouded in pink here because of the full spectrum light, but those are the Vandaceous types, and although they were absolutely bone dry, because our holiday we thought we were going for 5 nights, and it ended up we stayed for 9 nights. So but everything's fine. That's the Cernia, Cattleya Cernia, and in its little pot. I think this one's Ascocentra, Ampulacea. Again, that one grows very, very slow. There you see. This was the only casualty I had, was the Sidendemphinia matrata, and I'd left this in one of those buckets, and I'd watered it, and the water, because we went into the really bad storms, and so the water couldn't escape, and this root bloated, but what can you do? Which was a shame. So whether or not it's got a new little centrepiece that'll survive, I do not know. And this is the Bellara, Peggy Ruth Carpenter, still growing. That's been watered, still sending out the extending its growths. And this little one I decided to put in a pot. And what is this one? Cattleya Syncoriana times Lawii, because I think it'll be better in there. What's happening here? Not a lot. That's the Cattleya Violacea. This one, of course, is Pamela Hetherington. Well, it's still with us, let's put it that way. That one there is the Alatilio Santa Maria. That had just about come to its limit for being watered. And as of course we come onto the front row here, and these are the big Vandaceous ones. So how did they go on for 9 days? Well, I sat them in little plastic trays. I didn't leave them with too much water, just enough to give them a little bit extra humidity, because although the window was just left ajar, there was no humidity, there was no humidifier left on, there was no lights left on, and there was no fans left on. So they all had to fend for themselves. And those are the 2 little Vandaceous ones, the ones that I've got like in water culture. And this is the other little one there. Can you see that one? Ceruleans. And this one, this is the Cattleya Gaskeliana. And I'd got this in light water culture, hadn't I? And then Michael said something, and I thought, oh dear, I better do as Michael tells me. And so what I did, I changed it, put it into bark medium with a little bit of grit on the top, and here's the other one. Now I've already knocked one over today, so be careful, Margaret, because you know what you like. And there's the other, and you see the one with little spots on there. that was that's baby. So I've put them together. Oops. And that is the Brassocatlianthe Gerac Fire Star, and that's in this open pot, sits here right by the window. And so there's another Vandaceous one, big Vanda. I'm waiting for some new roots to start to develop here. We've watered the nice big pink diamond. There's that new growth, and we've got plenty of new roots. And we've watered this Vanda falcata, and that's doing very well. Can you see the light level? It's terrible, isn't it? And here, I think this one's either going into dormancy or I'm losing this year's growth, and that's Fred Clarkari After Dark SVO Black Pearl. Look, it's doing exactly the same as the other did. So I don't know what I've done wrong there. Got two of them that are not faring very well, and well, three now. That's my Thunia bensonii, and I've had this 2 years, and it dies down and then it sends a new growth out, but that new growth's only just appeared. And of course this is good old faithful Deciflorum, and that's doing okay. So let's just stand on my step, and this is the other one, Cycnoches Wine Delight, and that's what I came back to from here. And you see, so both them, can you see how they've look, but I've got that growth there. So whether or not that'll survive, I have no idea. But the big old faithful here, this is Catasetum pileatum, yellow giant. That's doing fine. I've just wiped its leaves, and what did I find yesterday? Look at that. Thinking of Ed's orchids when he said they got into his Phragmipediums. Well, what got into this one, and I had them last year, so I have to be careful, is the little green caterpillars. So I've checked these leaves this morning thinking, can you see that there through the leaf there? And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what's that? But I've just checked it and it's fine. And that other growth's doing fine. They've got a lot of happy sap on it. And everything up here, don't know if you'll see here because of the light. This is the LC Bermondsey Palm, and that's the Laelia autumnalis there, and this is good old Sideria japonica. So, which way shall I take you round? I'll take you this way round. And again, the Vandaceous ones are over here. That's the big Grassilicolia in the corner, and I need to check that. These are all doing well. These were all hydrated yesterday. Again, another one. I have one or two of these marks on the leaf here, but they had calcium yesterday, CalMag, so I don't know, it's some kind of deficiency. That first one I showed you there with that root, of course, that's Vanda curvifolia. These are the two little Tolumnias. They've been alright whilst I've been away. And this is the Vanda Peaches. But look, something's dripped on that. And it's taking that leaf out there. And it looks as though it's got the top of that leaf as well. I don't know. Sometimes when you put things back, and you inadvertently might just drop some water. It only has to take a little bit, and the water stays on it, and then it sets the rot in. Sorry about that. So this is RLC Pink Empress, and it's got quite a few roots coming, and it's got that nice big sheath and those nice big bulbs there. And if we go up here, this is of course Dendrobium chrysotoxum. There's that new growth, and I've put these are bark areas there. They've done all right. I've just moved that out of the window. That's the big Laelia purpurata, and that's another bark area, and that's the other Laelia purpurata. And so how did they fare? I couldn't believe it. They're absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So all my worry is for nothing. Exactly. They don't. If they're short of water, they use the reserves. Plain as that. So what's happening here? Just to see. This is my Gigantica peach. I don't know. Sometimes you're just fighting and losing battle. Some of those are the Phalaenopsis. That's Phalaenopsis Howardian Princess there. That's the little one. If I bring it out, that's the little one from Tesco. And it's doing fine. Absolutely fine. So, oh, this one's cracking open now. And this is Violacea Indigo Blue. Look at that. I felt sure this would open whilst I was away. And I thought it'll be opened and it'll be finished with. But there again, you see? And it's got another little extension there. And it's got lots of little happy sap. Look at all the happy sap. So that one's doing fine. And this is Phalaenopsis tetraspis. These have not been watered today. I'll have to get round to doing these. Chateladay. I'll have to get round to doing these tomorrow. And that one there, with that little growth, I thought was a growth. Sorry, I thought that was a flower, didn't I? I'll show it you tomorrow. That's got a, I think that's a growth. And that's the one which is tetraspis purple. And it's got this flower growing here. And again, you see, this is that nice little one here. And is that, which one's that one? Is it Belina? Oh, that's Samira. That's doing very nice. Like, this one's still in flower. This lovely little Phalaenopsis. And that is the Masdevallia Bomplondii. That's having a nice good soak, although it has been outside. And Zorro there's doing well. I've already checked all these underneath. And these here. And this is the Phalaenopsis pulcherrima. Again, I've checked that. The little Stellas, I've checked them. And that's the other Cattleya RLC 24 carat. That's doing well. That's the the Pathiopedilum there, giant wings. So, and there's all the frags. They all got taken into the bathroom yesterday and got flushed. And they're doing very, very nice. And up the top here, there's that Coelogene Burfordiense. There's that new growth. The Cattleya Walkeriana. 9 days without water. And it did fine. Didn't blink an eyelid. That's the Cattleya Pastoral Innocence with that new growth there. The Chisis. Sorry about the light. That had a good soak when we got in. And this is the Gallio Petalum. And there's that growth just extending there. That had a good water as well yesterday. So today I've watered some of the mounts and I've checked some of these Phalaenopsis down here, some of these Phalaenopsis in the jars here. Can you see? With the green roots growing, and all the way along there, and we're back up on this top shelf, and that's the Phragmipedium Richterii, that's the Aspasia, that's the Angraecum, it's a Squipidale, with its nice root just about to touch and go beneath the gravel. And I'm just going to check that one tomorrow. That's the Dendrobium. I can't think of the name now, I don't want to just disturb it, but I might have to put that into a different kind of media. The Dendrobium pendulum, that's doing alright. I've just lifted it out a bit. I felt it was too low down into that sphagnum moss. That's the Crumamentum, that's fine, nothing yet. The cakey hasn't died. Oh dear, that's got stuck round with that one. And there's the Dendrobium Goldsmithianum. That seems to be doing very, very well. That's a cakey machine, that is. And these are some of the Hoyas. I need to check on some of these tomorrow just to make sure, because we've got another week and then I'm going to leave them a week again. And so I'm hoping this will come out very, very soon so I can enjoy that bloom at least. And there's the other bark area. That's the that one. And the Phalaenopsis Finleyi. There we are. How did that do? Green root, still with us, and that wasn't watered. Well, it was watered before I left, and then that's gone 9 days. So these are the other Dendrobium chrysotoxums. That's the Dendrobium Ladogesi, and that's the Dendrobium here, which is, oh, and that one's from Roger. Let me have a look. Chrysium. See? All little cakeys he sent me. Still going now. Right, so that's it. Everything. Oh, I'll walk round this way. That's the Maxillaria. That's fine. That's been watered today. There's the other cakey of the Goldsmithianum. Oh, this one here. This is the other part of the Tiamu. There's the other part I've got there with that little bit of scaffolding on it. And this one I've taken the sphagnum moss off. And even though we'll be leaving again, I'm going to leave this bare now to make it force it to give me some roots. And I think that's it then. So everything is well after 9 days with no watering. Just a little bit of reserve for the Vandas. So I'm going to take my leave off you now, and whether or not I'll be able to come back before the end of the week. So our bank holiday this weekend, so we're here this weekend. But if this opens, I'll certainly come back. So from me to you, take care now. Bye bye.